So Liege is this way. Oh, just random goods on the ground? I like how I'm just stealing people's shit and with no consequences. You know what's funny about
the faith guides my path to glory.
You know what's funny about, well, there's a lot of stuff funny about humanity in the grim dark. They're like, hey man, you can't be learning about any Xenos, anything that is not humanity. And I'm like, aren't you supposed to don't you need to learn your enemy before you confront them? Punish the enemies of humanity? Dreadful Xenos. Wait, are these... Xenobistus unknoicus. Behavior, cruelty, trickery. If that void doesn't need air, diet, rocks, fears, the Emperor of Fate. Punish the enemies of humanity. You could just be straight up racist in this game. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. Sorry, it kind of goes against me.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
I'm over here like, yeah, let me beat up some Xenos, and I'm like, had a bad taste in my mouth. Yeah, let me go beat up some Xenos, just like my dad.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars. Knowledge has its limits.
Why would it have its limits?
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Who thought that was a good idea? Our soldiers would have been disciplined for such a performance.
You got injured for that?
An expected result.
That was so pointless. More aristocrats. Holy shit. The buzzing crowd has closed in on several harried-looking individuals. Some of their faces are smeared with fresh blood. The angry cries and twisted faces leave no doubt a massacre is about to take place. Just cut their throats already! What do they think, you letting that ship dog out of football? They're all stricken. No cutting. You get their blood on us. We'll be tainted too. Better burn them. Erroneous Doloroso. Wait, isn't that the person we needed to speak with Agenta? Be quiet, you scoundrel! A priest, clad in a simple black raiment, cuts through the crowd like a void ship crossing the sky. Let me give him more of an old sound. Be quiet, you scoundrel! You dare pass judgment on others? What arrogance to think you have the right! That's Reverend Hieronymus. I'm surprised he decided to intervene in a street squabble. She starts at the side of the elderly police. What's going on here? Several dozen gays bore into you. And who are you supposed to be? I think everybody knows who I am. knows who I am already. I'm Captain HardcoreMode, rogue trader of the Von Valencius dynasty. Rabble Rouser laughs uproariously. And I'm Insidia Chorda, cut the guff. Her lady ship Theodora is head of the Von Valencius line. I saw her with my own eyes when she came to Footfall, and you don't look much like her. She didn't come to Footfall, you dumbass. Silence! You must be completely out of your minds, a band of woeful, dim-witted reprobates who think themselves bringers of justice. Who are you to pass judgment on anyone? All you ought to be doing is suffering and repenting till the end of your days. And what's so wrong about that, Reverend? We just want to put these heretics to death. We're not heretics. The haggard man is on the verge of tears. We're refugees. I swear it on the Golden Throne. We served the Imperium faithfully until they hung us out to dry. Where were the protectors that were meant to shield the lads of humanity from nightmares? Traitors and heretics, the lot of them. A murmur runs through the crowd. The people gawk at you, at the priest, at the wretched group huddling in the center. How tiring. The motley sea of colors that fills this restless crowd is hard on the eyes. So many hues, but most of them are acid yellow streaks of fear, and their red buds swelling, ready to burst and paint all who are gathered here. Cassia looks at the crowd of troublemakers warily, and they shudder at the very sight of her, probably. As for the hearts of those who have been forced to defend themselves, they are shrouded in purplish black grief, but their words are as transparent as ice and lies at the top of the glacier. But commoners are always deaf to others' suffering, for such is the nature. Interfering in their affairs is hardly worth you or me, Mr. Hardcore Mode. All onlookers are to return to their homes immediately. The refugees can go to the dock Alpha Row. I will speak to you later. Comply or face the consequences. And what makes you think we'll listen to you? 90% and I failed. Better stay out of this or we'll get you too. And you, Reverend, you can look away or whatever while we handle this. I hope you don't plan on letting this insult of your house slide. You would dare oppose me? Seeing the crowd attention is distracted, the refugees from Kaiva Gamma make a run for the docks. Oh. Go on then, wreak your depravity. The Emperor already sees all of the rot and baseness that reign in your souls. I place my hopes in his judgment.
I will fight if I must.
I think it's because some of us are kind of far away. Yeah, we're all kind of far away. %, and I missed it, huh? That's so nice. Okay.
Trying the memory of this righteous moment. Running binary override. contrary to dogmatic protocols.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Me? Yes, Lord Captain? Isn't this a job for the witness the fury of House Orcelia?
Damn. I'm trying to move over here.
They who discern the future on the battlefield.
And you missed.
Strike is a prayer.
Last one. Oh, shotgun. Change it out.
The Emperor, come up!
44 damage. We're kind of scattered everywhere.
The duty prevails.
That was pretty interesting that they were about to beat up the Xenos.
Bound by the blood of masses.
They were about to beat up the Xenos like slaves, but they decided the priest said not to do that. That's interesting. I didn't think they were gonna do that. If I remember correctly, none of them like Xenos, but maybe I don't know. I mean, there might be shimmers of light here and there in the in this game.
I have proven myself yet again.
Where did he go? We'll leave that alone for now.
Let us walk this path to the end.
He's here. I'll be taking that. Your Holiness, Reverend Hemorrhoids, I have been authorized to deliver an ominous donation to you. Like to live until my next shift just a little bit. Wait, is he here? There he is. I couldn't tell which one of what he was. The man with a face so drawn it appears to be made of nothing but skin and bone flexes his unblinking bird-like eyes on you. The priest's simple black clothes have next to no adornments, and they do nothing to mask the unhealthy gauntness. In cracked voice, he says, "The Emperor protects." The Emperor protects, Reverend. But he protects only those who are pure of heart. Do you think yourself one of them? Be leery of this conviction of yours. Many who have risen of the pinnacle of faith have fallen from it into the embrace of pride, most degenerate. And you must be the young von Valentius. The name carries weight, and it is a burdensome one. But its reputation suggests that Theodora encumbered it with many a transgression. I wonder, will you seek to shed them, or will you carry them onward, picking them along the way like ripe fruit and savoring their sweet poison? Make the sign of the Holy Aquila. I put my faith in the Emperor. Nice. He gives you a scrutinizing look, and then his tone softens. Well, then be twice as diligent, for this sector will seize my chance to test your faith. He looks at Argento, who is standing nearby, and his voice softens slightly. Greetings, sister. I congratulate you on your return. Was your pilgrimage fruitful? It was, Reverend. Let it be known to you that Theodora von Valencia's ship was attacked by servants of the arch-enemy, who appall the heart of any righteous soul, she says, nearly hissing with fury. And not all of them met a fitting end. Some fled, and more than that, their blasphemous words clearly pointed to this attack being part of a larger design. Reverend Heronius, I don't know. I'm not gonna try with his name. I wish to join the esteemed rogue trader's crew and help protect the Von Valencia's dynasty from the forces of the arch enemy. I'm devising myself of the responsibility of guarding the divesting myself of the responsibility of guarding the Footfall Reliquary. And the rogue trader, he needs help with certain duties, and he requires my assistance. Let's just say it. Let's just keep it. Listen, listen. He needs to know. I'm gonna need this sister battle right here. This one right here. I'm gonna need that. All right, she's gonna stay with me. All right, old man. Sister Argenta stood by my side during the assault on the ship, and I could use her assistance going forward. I have no need of Sister Argenta's escort? What the fuck? The hell? If you want to go Sigma, I guess. I would add something to that if doing so weren't beneath me. Well, I did quick save it before this, right? I'm interested in seeing what I'm about to say. Yes, I did. Follow the call of your soul, sister. The Footfall Reliquary will be preserved, even without your contribution, as it was in all the years preceding your arrival. It didn't even add anything. I'm over here like, I would like to add something into this, and the game's just like, let the old man speak. I'm over here just like, okay, fuck me then. Why are these coming late? What is this? What the hell is this? You restarted the shields on your flagship and received no damage. Where were you? Where were you? This is the only game that I know. Every time when I reload the game, the achievements come in. Okay. We good? All right. Okay. Sister Argenta stood by my side during the assault on the ship, and I could use her assistance going forward. Follow the call of your soul, sister. I know what it is that calls you to follow the rogue trader, Sister Argenta. I know why you wish to follow the rogue trader Argenta. His thick cock is just right, and it fills you with the Holy Emperor's light. So, without further ado, really? The guy's like, I know why you want to follow the rogue trader. I know. You seek combat, for it helps you to forget how hollow and worthless our lives truly are. Oh, he's going in. It offers the illusion of meaning. Perhaps you will relinquish this illusion one day. Or perhaps you will die before that day comes. Regardless, I wish you luck on your new path. Dang, he just said that out loud. You seek combat, for it helps you to forget how hollow and worthless our lives truly are. Wow. Oh, okay. But before you start on a path towards your new destiny, I have a request to make of you and your companion. Many among my flock are from the poorest, most dispossessed people on Footfall. They brought me troubling news from Footfall's shadow quarters, in the darkest corners where the Legion's wardens do not venture. Taint has taken root. Don't say that word ever again in my face. Footfall is consumed by profanity. Well, what are you talking about? He looks at me. Guy's like, there's profanity all over Footfall. And then he just gives me this icy stare. And I'm like, what the fuck are you looking at me for? The fuck? I didn't even do anything yet. But even here, true heresy, serving the archenemy, is a rarity. The cultists who now dwell in the shadow quarters mark their abodes with the sun inscribed in blue and gold, and perform strange rituals in secret. The weak find solace in believing these reports to be rumors, but I well know that evil lurks all around us, and I wish to see retribution. I would say, why does the Liege solve this matter? But I know why. He don't give a fuck. We will verify this rumor, Reverend Heronius. With great pleasure, Argenta puts her hand on the stock of her weapon. I almost wish for the rumor to be true. My heart yearns to battle some heretics. This is where I bid you goodbye, sister. Noble Captain MrHardcoreMode. Is there more you wish to ask of me? I have a question about faith. My sermon planted the seed of faith in the heart of another rogue trader once Incendia Chorda. Perhaps you are destined to become any second fledging. Tell me about Chorda. Have you heard of Asepa Chorda? Pirate, blasphemer, xenophile, and Ergios apostate. Sina is her heir, and a rarity among rogue traders. The protection of the holy warrant typically leans to the swift atrophy of conscious and pious dread, but not in Incendia's case. She relentlessly hunts down pirates and firebrands, and brings rebelling colonies to repentance, establishing stricter discipline. The weight of her wrath is great indeed. The colonies she punishes are gridded with orbital rings of heretic corpses as a warning to the survivors. As her personal confessor and guide, I find no end to the joy her triumphs in faith bring me. Her tolerance is worthy of respect. It's good that you realize this. It may be difficult to admit, but mercy is a weakness and a gateway for degradation. Who is the enemy of the Imperium? It has three faces. Inhuman Xenos, who wish death upon us simply because they are unlike us. Are you sure about that? The pitiful subhuman mutants, abominations that wish death upon us because they envy us, and our okay, all right, here it is. And the arch enemy that reigns in the Immaterium, which wish death upon us, by its very nature. Okay, see, that last one makes sense. The other two, I'm just like, You forgot to mention people like me. My whole life, people have told me I'm filth on the face of humanity. It's poison. It's bane. You know what's funny? She's a psyker, and she's considered a blight on humanity. But guess who also is a psyker? Guess. The Emperor. The psyker of psykers. The rest of football? The Liege's Palace. Ooh, there's loot. What do you mean I can't go up? Oh, it's blocked. So what do you do now since a machine right set? Oh no. I got rid of the machine right sets. I thought it was just gonna be cargo. I just got rid of those. I am a... Wait, can I get him out of cargo? I think I can get him out of cargo. I'll do it later. All right. Okay. Slippery as a snake, like any seasoned operative. Any voices in my head to predict that. Who's this? Oh, look at it. Oh, this. Oh, this is a person I can trust right here. Oh, I trust this man. Alright, let me voice act this character. No, I'm getting some more water. My patience, you remember the way out. Dismissed. The tall man is a gray clothes, make a show of looking past the woman he's addressing. Oh, Jay. Vladimir, what Ozzy put such harsh words into your mouth? You talk like you're an imperial cleric, not one of us. The woman who is standing with her back to you lets out an ostentatious sigh. Then her tone changes dramatically. Where's my cargo, Vladimir? And Falco has it, doesn't he? So that's how you do business with your old friends these days. So you don't remember? Then the help will remind you. Guards, escort her. Hidari, move. The massive guard leans down to the woman and says in a lowered voice, Jay, get going while he's letting go. Don't drown your sorrows at the Amicis and thank your lucky stars you were able to walk out the door. You won't get the second chance next time. First an insult, now threats. I see courtesy and tact are no longer a valued commodity on Footfall. Oh well, I'll find myself a better deal. She turns on her heel and heads toward the exit. As she passes you by, she gives you a quick once-over, winks at you, then immediately turns away with a flip of her jet black hair. I'm just collecting waifus around here, bruh. I'm just collecting. Gotta catch them all. The tall man, who has long since noticed your presence, is studying you intently. Vladimir Takara, Liege of Footfall. Let us begin to proceed to my office. A spread befitting a visitor of your rank is waiting. Your entourage will be accommodated nearby. Let's go. Please, follow me. While you're engaged in small talk, you get a chance to take the measure of Liege Takara. His expression is aloof and focused, his gestures curt and firm, and his speech calm and quiet, as though he is used to people always listening to what he says. Judging by his observant gaze, he has been studying you in turn this whole time. Vladimir straightens his chair, says a polite but completely indifferent tone. Let's talk business. On behalf of the elite of Footfall Station, I offer you my condolences, Lord Von Valencius. We mourn Lady Theodora's loss, and we hope this settlement is taken as a sign of our good intentions and willingness to cooperate. Thank you, Liege, a terrible loss for us all. I hope that under your guidance, the dynasty can recover from this blow and attain even greater power. I am impressed by your prudence, your decision to arrive on Footfall incognito without announcing either the death of the previous rogue trader or your own status. It was quite wise. The rumors will spread sooner or later. It is possible to keep secret something that's known to the thousands of people serving on a void ship. But for now, you are free to reap the benefits of an anonymity. As you may have noticed, Footfall is currently in a state of crisis. Its people would benefit from the patronage of a figure such as yourself. Speaking of that, I was attacked right at the docks. An outrageous stunt, a show of disrespect for both you and me. Sadly, such incidents on Footfall are akin to natural disasters. Hey, thank you. Hey, yeah, everything's well. Thank you for stopping by. I'm doing well. I hope you are too. Impossible to predict, preempt, they simply happen. Many consider Football to be a pirate den, but believe me when I say that there is a difference between organized crime and gangs of thugs who have nothing to lose. You are attacked by the latter. The Anvers are a gang of punks who spit on your customs and hierarchy. Even their leader is more akin to an ideologue. A rabble-rouser who calls for people's heads. Not a commander. Sooner or later, we will find him and have him strung up. That will likely cool his followers' enthusiasm. Behind the careful built facade of composure, you sense anger. It appears that this man is not used to losing control, but that is exactly what is happening. Ooh, the grin? The grin will piss him off. The negligence with which you do business isn't... Both of these are good. It's either 3 or 4. I can tell you've been real pain for you. I bet you'd love to gut those jokers, wouldn't you? Come on, admit it. You would, wouldn't you? A shark's smile appears on Vladimir's face, bloody and vicious. Back where I grew up, they call it throwing someone for a loop. They carved a particular sign on a person's forehead, then load them alive into the slag disposable chute and send them out to the orbit the station. Every 30 years, we clean the orbit and count how many stiffs bearing which signs have been floating around. You have no idea how much I want to throw those little thugs for a loop like in a good old days. What sort of patronage do you seek from me? Protection. Not military protection, but a different kind of security. You have, of course, already encountered difficulties with warp navigation on your way here. I'm afraid the scope of these difficulties extends far beyond this area. Reports of disrupted routes and ships vanishing during short jumps are coming in from across the entire sector. Communication in the Calyx sector has been extremely unstable. Of the ships have been divided into the Maw. In recent years, none have yet returned. The last ship that came through the Maw from the other side was struck by a temporal anomaly. That jump took almost 2 decades in real space-time. Officers from Port Wonder, where you still have contacts from your days in the Navy, often talked about whims of the Maw, and only route from the Imperium to the Cronus Expanse. Even so, Vladmin's words are particularly alarming. It seems that something has had a profound effect on the Maw. You enjoyed Rogue Tiger? I'm having a blast so far. I went as an Astra Militarum soldier, bolter boy. Oh, that's good. Oh, you went straight up human with no implants and just a man with his las gun and a couple of dudes. Oh yeah, the green boys, right? And this brings us to our main issue, footfall. I'm enjoying my Navy officer sort of buffer and sniper build that I'm doing right now. I'm enjoying it. We barely produced anything ourselves and are largely dependent on incoming shipments, especially food shipments. The station naturally has has some reserves, but the supply issues didn't start yesterday. Footfall would be obliged if House von Valancius would assist us by signing a contract for food deliveries. I can't be the only one you've asked for help. Naturally, I tried contacting other rogue traders, but the terms of House Chorda would have bled Footfall dry. And as for the esteemed Caligos Winterscale, instead of a food shipment from him, I received a transport. The Navica, packed with refugees. I had to send them off to Foulstone. So many extra mouths to feed would have only worsened the crisis further. I suppose all these war fluctuations must have... Who would send fucking refugees when they literally asked for food? They said, yo, we need some rations, we need some foods, bring them out here. Bro, I got you some food, bro. Gave you refugees, and I'm over here, this isn't food, bro. This isn't food. And they're like, is it? Is it not? And everybody's just like, motherfucker, what the fuck is he? The fuck did he? The hell? Get him out of here! Let's see. And so I put my faith in you, the third and last of footfall. Who is the person that brought the refugees? Who was that? Winterscale? Winterscale, what a dumbass. What are the terms of this deal? It's simple. Delivery of food shipments from your fertile worlds. Janice, I imagine, I'm quite familiar with that jewel of the Von Valencia's protectorate in exchange for fair payment. The payment will be unfair as I will be robbing you blind, but you will remain in charge. Do we have a deal? Jesus. Get on your knees and then I will help you. No, I will talk to him on equal ground for now. Very well. I will help you with your food shipments. I don't want to be iconoclast. He takes a quick sip from his glass. I'm immensely obliged, your lordship. I assume you're going to need time to get the shipments up and running. I can wait. On my end, I promise you complete cooperation with your endeavors. I like how this man's just like, yo, we need more food. And how many people are sitting at this table full of food? Just count with two hands. I mean, just count with one hand. No, count with half of your hand. How many people are at this table with all this food? I would like to know more about the Avern Games. Why haven't they been dealt with yet? He grits his teeth slightly before answering. I've been using all my resources to delay the moment when the station is hit by famine. I haven't gotten around to the Anvers yet. As detrimental as they are, they're no players. When their leader dies, the rest will scatter. And where does one go to make a few deals on the station? Here. I am the main dealer of the station, and it would be disrespectful of me to suggest that you take your business to footfall traders of lesser importance. Still, you might take an interest in a few people of note. For example, Reverend Hieronymus Dolores. This servant of the ecclesiarchy is rumored to purchase sacred relics from captains and other traders. Don't seem keen on becoming his competitors. If you're looking for goods that can entertain you, find Octavian at the establishment called the Adeptus, what's this? A masochist? What's that? The chemical bliss that she offers is refined and possesses a satisfactory degree of purity. Just don't ask her to pour you her signature drink. It's meant for common footfall rabble, not discerning clientele. I have some other questions. Oh yeah, let me see what he's got. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Stub revolver is always nice. Wait, what does this do? Increases the user's resolve by +2. Okay, okay. The next area I wouldn't even bother at the moment. Well, micro scrambler grenade, don't worry about it. I wouldn't. Heretic trophies and Xeno artifacts. Man, this guy's show tradable, hide untradable. Where's that the one thing that I had that I shouldn't have put into this area? Not that. Not that. I'm not gonna be able to find it. Nate. Nope. No, it's here somewhere. I just need to find it real quick. There it is. Add to inventory. And actually, where is it? No, okay, cool. Also, who was that lady? What oath were you referring to? There is a certain custom on Footfall. Any rogue trader who arrives at the station and docks is considered to be its absolute ruler, and the liege their loyal servant. That makes me your servant. An arrogant bearing contradicts his words. However, as long as you remain incognito, it will be difficult for you to use this privilege. Keep this in mind if you wish to communicate with the less knowledgeable inhabitants of the station. For them, you are ordinary visitor at Footfall. So I could just blow your brains out and then instate a new liege. You could do such badass things in this game. What a fascinating custom. Useful too. I defer to your judgment, your lordship. Something tells me you used to be a bit of a bandit yourself. You aren't wrong. My path was long and bloody. But to the end, I rose from running a gang that had staked its claim to a treatment filter station to becoming the Liege of Footfall. Many died to make this possible, and those who survived figured it would be more convenient to put me at the head than continue the slaughter of the turf war. I can only hope that my elevation and the peace that came with it have done the station good. There is a sound logic to having the Sarpist mind run the station. The administratum would have installed some pitiful cleric instead. I appreciate your breadth of thinking. In this day and age, few chose to allow themselves such a thing. I kind of messed up that wording a little bit. Okay. Done everything with that guy.
Know your duty.
Oh, I know my duty. Trust me. I'm all about that duty. And everybody loves the duty that I do. Such is the way of my duty. Wait, what?
Lord Captain, I am pleased to report that the inspections have been completed, and all identified system failures have been resolved. The void ship is ready to depart Footfall. The crew is waiting for your further instructions, and there are also a number of issues that need to be addressed.
Meet the officers at the ship bridge.
The Divine watches over us.
Woo!
There's Chorda. A well-groomed young man calls out to you. He is clean-shaven and dressed in clothes that are expensive but unshowy, with a bright Aquila embroiderment in the prominent spot. Noble sir, a minute of your time, if you please. And Bastion in the Durama Bastok Chorda, youngest cousin of Chorda. envy of Incinda Bashal Chorda, rogue trader of the Coronis Expanse, by the grace of the most holy Emperor. And you must be the envoy of Theodore von Valentius. I noticed that you arrived on the esteemed lady's ship. I can't see anything. Chorda. They are some of the most influential rogue traders in the Coronis Expanse, but not on footfall. This station is under the control of House Winterscale. Something tells me that we are about to hear a most curious offer. Quite right. I am Lady Theodora's envoy. Splendid. It's a pleasure to speak with an equal. Truth be told, I get a little flustered in the presence of the powers that be. He smiles meekly. What do you wish to speak to me about? A matter of the utmost delicacy. You see, you've been to the residence of the Liege. Vladimir almost certainly appealed to you for assistance in the arrangement of shipments to Footfall. The Von Valentius Protectorate is famed for the abundance of its main Argy world. Entirely to the production of agriculture products. Janus, it would be odd for him not to seize on such an opportunity when Footfall is on the verge of famine. Wait, what is he saying? An arrangement of shipments to Footfall. The Von... However, the Chorda dynasty pursues its own interest on Footfall. We have already announced our terms to the Liege, but he is stalling. I imagine in hopes of getting a better offer from you. The Chorda dynasty believes, he smiles and gives a slight shrug, that cooperation would be preferable for both rogue trader houses. If you refuse Vladimir, thereby forcing him to agree to deal with us. It's completely up to you. Did you play Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous? Did you play Kingmaker? And is this your type of thing? Also, if I remember correctly, Potts, you said you're not into the whole sci-fi thing. If this sci-fi thing is not up to you, then don't get it. I remember what you said. So if you want to stick to the whole fantasy sort of thing, that's up to you. But if you find that this is actually starting to grow onto you, give it a try. But if get it on Steam and play it for like an hour and 30 minutes, and you better count those minutes. And if you don't like it, give it back to Steam. But don't finish it after 2 hours. They won't give you your money back. Thereby forcing him to agree to dealing with it. It sounds more interesting? It does, it does. If you refuse Vladimir, therefore forcing him to agree to dealing with us, the Chorda dynasty can promise you a share of the profits from a future contract, as well as certain other prerequisites. Everybody benefits. Wait, wasn't it... Didn't they say something like in regards to... No, Winterscale was the one that gave the... Okay. No, they're trying to bleed him dry. The Emperor's most loyal servants should be more concerned with carrying his will through the stars and less with divvying up profit amongst themselves. Argenta says disapprovingly, quietly enough so as not to interrupt the negotiations, especially when the well-being of one of the Empyrean's worlds is at stake, even one such as Footfall. I agree with her. Behind your smile, Master Bastian, Teal's shadows swirl. Others may not see them, but your worry cannot escape my eye. What are you afraid of? Your house's wrath should these negotiations prove fruitless? Or the wrath of the House von Valancius? Adira, who was yawning in boredom a moment ago, flinches and clutches her face, her fingernails digging into her skin. They're coming again, brothers of the ones who came before. I just don't get it. Do they all have a death wish? So you seek to rob the station blind, a station that is facing famine, and you're proposing that I join your little feast of vultures. It's simple business, honest and straightforward. Fall is a den of bandits and profiteers. They may not be outright heretics, but they are far from the light of the Imperium. They should be grateful that rogue traders allow this. Oh, okay. Bastian smiles and opens his mouth to offer another piece of sugar-coated courtesy when suddenly... Death to off-welders! Are you kidding me? I'll get help?
I will cast you into eternal darkness!
The Emperor is with us!
Chat? If I'm playing this game and you're somehow in the world, like you're just one NPC, don't come up and talk to me, okay? You're just gonna get shot in the back of the head. That's already happened twice now, all right? Don't come up to me and be like, your lordship, there's something I wish to be... your lordship, there's something I wish to discuss, a matter of great importance. I'm like, every time.
So uncivilized.
So uncivilized. Not a fan of real action time CRPGs. Real action. Yeah, it's only turn-based. Yeah, you might actually like it then. You might actually like it. Since turn-based mode on Pathfinder made everything take 6 times more time, yeah, it was not optimized for that on that game. I love Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous, but good lord, that game is huge. That game is big, and the dialogue is even bigger. Like, I'm like. Listen, I love food, but I don't want to eat that much, you know what I mean? Yeah, it was definitely slow. Are those all bad dudes? They are. Most aggravating thing was traveling the map and getting encounters that were harder than most bosses. Made me quit a lot. Yeah, like you're walking around and you're just like, all right, now that I'm out of the tutorial area, now let's go out of here. And it's like, you've encountered some enemies and you can't leave. Time to fight. Get ready for a fight. And I'm like, okay. A dragon and no, 2 wyverns and one of those big goopity goop dudes with multiple arms and multiple eyeballs, like a floating meatball. And how does the meatball fight? Easy. I'll tell you how the meatball fights. It hits you like 6 times. That giant meatball hits you like 6 times. It goes. And plus, in your party is a sleep or some shit. Exactly. Oh, and your companions can't hit for shit. I'm like, yo, why can't my
Request approved.
Yeah, the flying meatball. Yeah, the flying meatball. Yep.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Got him. With this game, the battles are actually pretty concise, although I wish I could stealth kill people. The flying meatball, yeah.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? Another bird painted black.
Let's go flamer, baby.
Rejoice in battle!
Flame them up.
Your foes escaped the Emperor's judgment.
That's my girl right there. So yeah, I think it has learned a bit. I am actually enjoying the combat on this game a little bit more than Pathfinder. Also, the characters in Pathfinder look horrible. I'm just gonna outright and say it. They yeah, they look horrible.
Faith without deeds is worthless.